Right, and we're going to be live straight away here. No pause at all. They were quick to start the game, and Olofmeister's quick to get a couple of headshots here on Edward and Flamey already down. But Guardian is going to be in with a swift return. That means we're now in a 3 versus 3 here. And now I'll be playing on the terrorist side of Dust2. It's going to be Fnatic. The new lineup here on the CT side. Dennis is now playing instead of Pronax. A pretty huge change for Swedish Counter-Strike, you could almost say. Flusher right now, holding on to the bomb site. That is a nice kill on Guardian. You can see him even trying to flick onto Seized then. Well, a little bit of delay. He's going to land a perfect headshot there, which is going to leave Zeus very much stranded on his own in the 1 versus 3 right now. Not an ideal position, especially in what when Flusher is going to be wrecking him like that. That's going to be a great start for Fnatic here. Already done with a triple kill for Flusher. And Fnatic now off to a 1-0 lead. And I have Sumler back with me.
You found me, bro.
I was getting worried for a second.
Well, you know, when nature calls. Alright, there we have it. So, I don't even get to do my tweet now.
No tweet.
No tweet? No.
You can do it in the meantime if you want. You can do that. Ooh, and in the meantime, it's a fairly respectful buy coming out of Fnatic here. I mean, the 2 SMGs, but then FAMAS, P90, the M4 in play. They've certainly got a little bit to stop whatever armor NaVi might be having, which really isn't that much. Just 1 head armor and then a couple of body armors there on Seized and Zeus. So I think Fnatic are going to be just fine in this round. Flusher playing up on the bomb site, and they don't have any grenades to root him out here. So he can just stay and take pop shots and duck in behind the box here. If they had a Molotov, then he would have had to have moved, and that could have actually been a bit dangerous. So just the lack of grenades, I think, is going to make this life, or this round here very tough for NaVi.
Yeah, this is it. The pressure is going to be on. First shot there from Olofmeister. Unfortunately, he doesn't realize that Flamey's at his back, and Flamey is somehow still alive with 1 HP. The man at long is not able to pick up the kill either. Trying to play it safe is Dennis, and well, Dennis will find a headshot on Guardian. That's important. JW takes out Flamey, but then Edward is there and Seized with the drop on him. He's actually going to drop right down onto Crims. But that was a little bit too much.
Crims up there, but Edward is on top as well. And a little bit of damage on Crims there, trying to see if he can make it up around the box. Edward still playing there and instantly headshot. And that's the lack of head armor there, just taking him out in 1 bullet. And Fnatic, they're just barely going to win this round. But I think that double jump off the ledge here, that was too much. They weren't expecting that.
How have you touched on the fact that this is a really solid map for Fnatic to experiment a little bit? To start feeling out how Dennis is going to fit into the roster, etc. I mean, Dust2 is the map where it relies a little bit more on aim.
It's true.
Relies a little bit more on the duels.
And it's a map where, I mean, I don't know, NaVi have sometimes in the past convinced themselves.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, a little bit. Especially because they don't have that much equipment. I mean, I guess Guardian didn't have a lot anyway, but still. Galil and a little bit of armor there. You're right, though. It's a nice map to be playing around with. Just got to be careful that Guardian doesn't get that up and running.
Oof, yeah, what is this? He has the Galil now as well.
Yeah.
Instead of Zeus. All right, well, Flush has decided to play it pretty far back. Decides to stand up as well. Going to try and tombstone Guardian. He's going to chuck that nade in, but luckily for NaVi, they get out of harm's way. So just taking a little bit of damage. Olofmeister flashes his way onto Cat. Not sure if he spotted the second man there, though. So now it gets a little bit tricky, but they will have a follow-up smoke, and Flush is going to be able to block that off, relying on the SMG to stop any kind of rush coming through. NaVi, though, in true NaVi style, not really rushing things. They've got control of long now, at least. Holding out on Pit. They can start working their way up Cat. Look to accomplish this A split.
Seized, playing around with a scout and doing some good damage here to the Fnatic lineup. Still 33 seconds. Up on the bomb site here. Olof, what are you doing with these shadow daggers out? There are people coming to rush this bomb site. In fact, I'm quite convinced that Olof has probably got some sort of issue with his mouse or keyboard there, because that did not look quite right. Look at the spray from Flusher. How did he transfer it onto Guardian? He goes down, and now it's all on Flamey here in a 1 versus 4. So in spite of Olofmeister not really being much used there, still works out just fine.
Can you see it coming, Anders? Because I can.
Tell me.
It's going to be time for our best buddy to join back up.
Ooh.
It's going to be time for...
Could we have Vugo back in here?
Our hero. Because that looked like Olofmeister was lagging out to me.
I mean, he was even talking the big talk yesterday, Vugo, on Twitter. I mean,
well, that was also Exist. Notice how Exist, he likes to talk smack, but as soon as he gets called out, where is he? What happened? Come on, Exist. 1v1 me, bro.
All right, you're really gonna make this happen, are you?
Yeah. I mean, sure, he has like a whole lot more to lose than I do. You know, imagine he actually loses to me. It's a possibility, people. It's a real possibility.
You should just play that 1v1, and if you get the first kill, all you have to do is take off your headset, stand up, and be and bow. That's it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Just ask Apollo what happened. You know, like we play this best of 5. He's like, if you take one map off of me, Semler, I'll give you 50 euros. I'm like, deal. Lets his guard down map 3. Win that one map, Anders. That's it. I'm the only man in history to have won a best of 5 by winning one map.
All right, that's pretty good actually. He gave you 5
Yeah, I never
chances.
let him forget it.
How did you win it? Please tell me it was like a cannon rush or something.
No. Oh. It was my patented 15-minute 15 muta play straight into the base. I'm so sad though, man. I am so sad because the Twitch VOD got deleted.
Oh.
When Twitch redid their VOD system, we didn't back it up. So.
Oh right, yeah.
So the VOD is gone. That was it was a thing of beauty. It was a thing of beauty. Sean was so mad.
I cannon rushed my way into like mid-diamond or something.
yeah, no, you have no shame.
That was hilarious. People get so angry.
You have no shame. Yeah, I don't know. That would probably be one of the worst.
If I knew how to play Sog, then it would be the 6 pool every time.
6 pool is actually pretty challenging and fun though. A whole lot harder to do than cannon rushing.
Action Jesus, never forget.
Back to CS:GO. Yeah, still waiting. Exist. Still waiting. But Vugo, come on. Are we really gonna get Vugo back? This would be brilliant.
I feel like it's time.
It's gonna be really, really frustrating for Fnatic though, considering they don't want to be losing any matches. I mean, sure, they're still second in the league. They've only given up 3 losses so far. They're nearly complete, but they don't want to make it any easier for the 3rd place in the league. You know, they don't want to make it any easier for anybody coming up to maybe, you know, sneak a weird win in there and somehow get that spot at the LAN. So every map still counts.
Plus, you just know that when you make a lineup change and a really, really big one like this, you've got to appreciate that Pronax has led 3 teams to a major championship, right? So when you switch out a player like that, Vugo is
yes,
here.
oh yes, it's time. And I like how they don't even trust him with the rifle.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Dennis has got 3650, but you're gonna get an MP9, Vugo.
It's got the BB gun. Well, I mean, the fact is, when you switch out a player like that, if you don't win like all your matches for the first year, people are going to be like, wait a minute, maybe they should have made that change. There's a big mistake. So
14-4 actually. Yeah, 14-4 is the updated score. Dennis is just going to go ahead and get some work done here, drawing the attention, and then Vugo goes in, heroically sprays, and doesn't hit a single bullet. Triple kill for Dennis, double for Flesha, and Vugo fittingly with the 0.
He was providing a suppressive fire. Maybe what we could do, because we were wrecking him yesterday, maybe what we could do is try and make everything he does look really good today instead.
Okay, I'm down. We can trade that up.
Try and change it around like that.
A little bit of a challenge, but, you know, I'm always up for a challenge, Anders.
All right, unfortunate stand-in situation for Fnatic here, but we'll see if they can make it work. Anyway, they are leading 4-0 right now. Guardian did hit the crossing shot on Krim, so end up taking him down, and a nice push here at Dennis and Flusher. And actually, Flusher's still going to leave Dennis behind. Dennis does drop the bomb carrier, but gets killed by Edward. So a little bit of a shame there. JW sneaking up on the other side. Fnatic playing maybe a little bit disjointedly right now. Sort of wondering why Flusher wasn't just following Dennis there.
Yeah, they kind of left him out to dry. So, well, Edward, pre-fire from JW, saw that shadow on the ground. Well played on his part. Edward decides to actually just walk in there. So that's a little unfortunate for Edward, deciding to challenge there. But that leaves Navi in a bit of an awkward spot. And we have to see if Guardian is going to be able to come up big. Now that he has his AWP, this could be his time to shine. The only thing that Guardian right now is looking to do is avoid Vugo, because that guy is going to wreck him. So Guardian, find JW, find Chris, find Flusha, go everywhere else, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell he's in the corner here, looking deadly too. He's got the cross, he's got the Crims there to help him out. Crims, is he going to come and help out his teammate? Vugo, spraying, he's going to get the kill. Of course he will, seized. They're going to go down. Crims with the follow-up. Vugo getting close to Guardian. Oh, he actually hits that shot, Guardian. And JW there to pick him off. So 5-0. And solid defense there. Vugo picking up that first kill.
Exactly, and that's like masterful play on Vugo's part, because what he's doing is he's setting it up for Crims. He's drawing the attention over to Carr, and that gives Crims the opportunity to peek from the doors, get his follow-up frag, just whittle Navi down. So Vugo definitely coming in big for the team there. That's exactly what Fnatic need from him.
It's the confidence of that first kill that really matters. Sixth round is coming up, and Fnatic not too hindered by losing Olofmeister here. Instead, they're up 5-0, and NaVi needing to do maybe just a little bit more right about now. It's down to 2-4-1. It's been some close rounds every once in a while, but mostly Fnatic have done a good job of staying alive.
Yeah, they have actually got a very solid economy going into the 6th round here. So it's all the pressure is on NaVi not to take damage from that nade, and Guardian does a pretty good job of it, only dropping 10 HP. Flusha going for a bit of the jump peak there, but let's see how things pan out here as NaVi are once again kind of gathered up, and it does look like NaVi really want to favor this A split. They're setting it up for like pretty much the identical play that they went for earlier. They've had some success. It's been pretty close on the A side, so NaVi feel like they need to take the fight here again. And, you know, again, this is coming down to them just, you know, wanting to avoid Vugo at all costs. But unfortunately for them, Vugo's holding from pit. So they're going to be in for a bit of a rude surprise here, NaVi, when they come out here and figure out that the beast is waiting.
Yeah, he's down here. He's got the double flash as well. Only about 30 some seconds left now. Smoke goes up from Catwalk. A flashbang in there. And Vugo, he's got his shades on, not flashed at all. Ready with the M4. They're going to try and push up. Instant headshot on one. Goes for a second on Vugo, wrecking them with a double kill. Extremely lucky kill, obviously, there from Flamey. Yeah, randomly hitting the shot. And Vugo does go down. So now it's 2 versus 2. The bomb is going to be planted here for NaVi.
This is actually not too shabby for NaVi because they still have the man alive over at Long. So it's going to come down to whether Crims can get the drop on Flamey. Crims has no nades to make this any easier for him either. So he needs to catch Flamey looking the wrong way. And what a reaction from Flamey. 90 degrees, takes Crims' face off, and now it's all down to JW, but they've lost control of Long, so he's going to have to worry about getting shot in the back, and Guardian is not giving him any targets to work with for a split second there. He had the chance, JW, but it's just not going to happen. He gets caught, and NaVi, they're on the board. They get their first round, Anders.
Really, really good job. That look was actually getting it rough. And all joking aside, that was a really good double from Vugo down there. Just slowing down that whole push. But the rest of the A bomb side didn't hold up quite as well. So 5-1, and we're moving into the 7th round.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for... what's really unfortunate is just that Crims wasn't able to get the kill onto Flamey because that was ideal. And whoa. Okay, Guardian. Headshot onto JW. There we go. This is what Fnatic have to be a bit worried about, really. Once this guy gets rolling, I mean, NaVi aren't so far behind in the half yet. If Guardian has that AWP, if he can start really applying it here in the half, it's going to get real nasty for the Swedes. Even with the likes of Vugo on the team, you know, one man is only capable of so much, Anders.
They can't expect him to carry everything. I mean, he's also doing the coaching for the team. I feel like they're slacking off a bit right now. Guardian just doing damage all over the place. It is getting to be a little bit scary. Right now, still more than a minute left, and sneaking up towards this bomb site here. Flusha holding close, but he's got so little health. I don't see him actually being able to hold on to this. And if he goes down, well, they do line up, and Flusha triple kill, and that's going to be it. And Edward landed a headshot on Vugo down on Long, but he's going to be alone. Vugo courageously taking one for the team, slowing down Edward, who had to, you know, spend some time down there. That's going to be it. I mean, that slowdown was just enough that Crims got the kill, so really just full credit to Vugo, I think, and that's going to be 6-1.
That's the thing. Easy work for Crims there. Vugo had the hard job,
yeah.
Did exactly what was necessary. He knows what it's all about, and you're right. With a mind like his, after that, you know, just getting the headshots, it's the easy part.
Yeah.
So this guy,
this is
just godlike. What is this? Doesn't see the... I mean, he legitimately could have gone for the quad there as well. He just didn't spot Flamey making it over to Gandalf. But this wrecks NaVi now. 1 round on the board. They get that 1 win. It resets their economy, and now NaVi right back in the hole again. Fnatic, their economy doesn't even get broken. They can all afford double off even. And Flush is going to be starting us off strong here, taking out Flamey. Goes for the re-peek and takes out Edward as well. And he could even get a triple. He knows the third man is there. He saw that pistol go across the door. So that's a lot of information gained. Dennis lurking in mid will pick up 1, and it's going to be down to Guardian now. Last man alive, and of course... just can't hang with Vugo. Vugo takes that peek and removes him from the map.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't even in at the beginning. Olofmeister, he's missing those kills right there, and he's almost tied with Crims and JW. I mean, it's just impressive.
All right, well, now, yeah.
7-1.
They dodge it so close, Fnatic. If NaVi could have just chained 2 rounds together, Fnatic would have been just wrecked economically, but that one solid anti-eco there just puts Fnatic right back into it. They've got 3 guys with solid bank going into the next round. NaVi just cannot catch a break. They have to go for the buy with limited nades now, so it doesn't even get any easier for them.
Look at this push all the way over into upper dark here. This is a pretty good strategy coming out here from Fnatic and Flamey, just missing what's going on up here. So if he tries to come back up, that might get a little bit dangerous. He's going to make it up the stairwell. Instant headshot on Flusher, and Crims will survive, but that was actually a little bit lethal. Still got two people on this bomb site, Dennis and Crims, and NaVi might be thinking there's only one.
Yeah, that's the issue, because he has to go back in there and get that op. He does not want to leave that for NaVi to pick up. NaVi not going to care, though. Edward just challenges in mid. He hits that headshot on Dennis, but Crims is there to stop Seized from going in for the flank. Now that leaves the 3 players here for NaVi going up B slope. 2 of them, in fact, 1 of them lurking behind, and Crims takes another kill with him. That's 3 kills for the Madman. But this is where Vugo, it's his time to shine. Just goes barreling in top mid. Unfortunately for him, he has no idea that Edward is lurking in lower dark. This might cost him. Edward going to be able to get that kill for free. Vugo just not able to go ahead and, you know, whip around fast enough there to get that refrag. Or save his life, rather.
Yeah, I think he was, like, tactically so far ahead, Vugo, that he just, you know, he wasn't counting on Edward just being in such a silly position.
And that's the issue, right? JW is just going to go for the peak, but that's the issue. When you have, like, the top tier playing against a lower tier, they have to dumb down their game. But Vugo, he's so far ahead, even dumbing down his game, it's just not enough.
Yeah. Couldn't do it. 7-2, and moving into that 10th round. And I mean, it's good to see NaVi getting a little bit on the board here. Also because it does kind of fracture Fnatic's economy at least a little bit. Could tell they've used almost all of their money. Vugo, of course, the richest, putting in the most work, so not really surprising.
The Guardian's got that op again, so that's what they have to worry about now, Fnatic. He had the scout last round, wasn't able to really get too much done with it, but the op, we already see the Guardian's kind of, you know, starting to warm up a little bit as well. He's holding top mid, hoping for somebody to peek into mid from CT, but Fnatic playing this one very carefully. Vugo's actually going for a little bit of a tricky spot. That's I think that's one of GetRight's old favorite spots when he used to hold long. So yeah, he's just waiting to see if somebody's going to be committing here from Longhouse. If they try and work their way out, he can try and go for a bit of a peek, pull a fast one on him.
Yeah, but you can kind of already tell they're a little bit worried about that. You know, they don't want to get anywhere near. So just Edward, fear in his eyes, backing off from long, sensing the imminent danger of Vugo. Down towards that pit. So they're going to try and sneak out the middle. Flusher and Crims are having a pretty good crossfire right now with the back off of JW. Going to pick up the 1 kill there. If they try and make it out, they've got the smoke up and running. Flusher going to be trying to run his way through. He gets the 1. Can't transfer the kill, and now JW goes down to the back line. Crims alone in the bomb site, getting shot through the door. The flashbang preventing him from getting the kill. Finally going to pick it up on Zeus, and now it's a 2 versus 3. And Seized and Flamey are going to be left here trying to get the bomb down. They will be successful. And Crims and Dennis in the front lines. Vugo, obviously the captain, the VIP in the back corners here, just letting his teammates, you know, go in first, and then he can come and clean it up. Exactly.
This is a true team player. He's setting up his teammates to shine. He knows that he can get the frags if he needs to, but he's just going to go ahead and give Dennis a helping hand. Dennis, though, just runs right into Flamey, but Crims trades up. Seized, though, from Upper Dark is going to take out Crims, and it's going to come down to the man himself. Vugo just waiting to see if Seized is going to make that mistake, but he realizes he just doesn't have the time. He doesn't have the time to get that defuse. Instead, probably going to back off, see if he can't save a gun. Is there an op anywhere? No, just an AK, so he's not going to be able to actually make the big save here.
And if you just look at it as sort of it's an isolated scenario here, I mean, everybody else from Fnatic wasting like all the equipment, and Vugo just trying to keep on to it here. It's just, yeah, a little bit shameful that the rest of them can't do that.
I mean, this is just the moment, right? You know, that he's been waiting for. Time to dust off his hands. He gets that AK. This is the only tool that he needs. And, well, Vugo's a generous god. He's going to go ahead and hand that over to Flusha. So he decides, I'm going to give NaVi a chance. I'm going to go for the Deagle. I've got the Kevlar. If they take a fight with me, they're going to feel the pain, right? So Flusha actually just going to go charging straight up mid again. This could get nasty because Zeus, he's ready for this. He's holding the angle. Flusha can't get the kill fast enough. And it's going to be a 2-man advantage now for NaVi as they find JW as well. Guardian on point right now.
I mean, this is the kind of confidence you can only have if you are a champion like Vugo. Otherwise, you know, you try and hold on to that AK, trying to see if you can keep it going. And look at that. He almost gets that kill on Seized, I think it was. And yeah, Dennis, I mean, all he had to do was tickle him and he would be gone. It's just Vugo getting some damage in on Seized there. And it's going to be 7-4 right now. We'll see now. NaVi probably going to regret what they've started in Vugo. You can tell he's fired up, he's angry. Still,
deep breaths.
Still a good round lead here for the Fnatic team. But being Dust2, NaVi are definitely catching up. And Guardian going to be out on long. He trying to get that shot. Vugo's just way too fast, getting around in the corner. Flusher goes down. Not nearly as swift as Vugo is, not as precise.
That's the thing. Vugo now going to decide to perhaps get some PT in there, physical exercise. Clearly a little bit too slow with those shoulder peaks. So he's going to have to show him how it's done. He's falling back to CT, so this might be the man right here to stop everything for Navi. If Navi do decide to try and push on to B, because they've just sent Seized over there to try and get some information, knows that that site could be open, and Fnatic have to go for a bit of a gamble right now. So Vugo, the linchpin, the man playing in the middle, he could make the difference here.
See, he's sneaking in there. Guardian is right around the corner with that AWP. Bit of a lucky time there for Guardian, really. Dennis and Crims are going to be left now 2 versus 5, and I think if Dennis can end up going down. I feel like if that had been Vugo left here, probably would have been one round. I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the main issue, man. This is the problem with being so good, is that it can also work against you, where they just turn it into, we have to find Vugo, and then they get such a big boost of confidence once they finally take him out that they're just not going to be stopped, Navi. So, you know, Vugo right now, this is the issue with being, you know, a god tier player, is that you gotta find that balance. You have to rally the troops at this point and make sure that your teammates, they're going to be confident enough that when you're dead, they can still pull through and win the round.
Yeah, you could see Vugo getting baited a little bit there by Flusher, and that's obviously it's not a nice thing to do. Flusher should have been there for Vugo. You gotta make the star players shine on your team. So it doesn't work when you just don't give him that kind of backup that he needs. Right now it's 3 versus 5, and it's pretty much an all Deagle round coming out of Fnatic right now. They've lost 3 players, and now we are cruising right back into this game in a pretty impressive fashion. They've won 4 rounds in a row, about to be a 5th here. We'll see.
Actually, they're turning it around. I mean, I would still say that considering the current meta on Dust2, right now Fnatic, they're still doing pretty good work. 7 rounds on the CT side. They can still set themselves up to get an 8th. Navi, ideally, they would be wanting to end this round 9-6, somewhere along those lines. So they want to come out ahead on the T side. They want to be able to just, you know, pour that into their CT side, have a few rounds to play with. So Fnatic, they're still in a favorable position, and, you know, of course, we're able to go for the full buy. So Navi are definitely not out of the woods yet.
I haven't even seen those medals there from Navi, but
that's the latest one, isn't it?
Yeah. That looks fantastic.
Whoa, triple off from Navi.
Oh, so are they going to keep on? They're going to throw some of them away. I mean, they feel the confidence with the money and everything. And if you look at the money, it's actually not a bad buy for them anyway. Even though they wasted as it were a lot of money, they still got enough to buy for the 15th round, even if they were to lose this one. So
they're just going to be very frustrated with the fact that, you know, it was JW that they tagged and not Vugo.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's going to be
any little edge you can get against Vugo. That's why they've invested that money. They're like, listen, guys, we're desperate at this point. We really need to do something big.
I think you can get a sense for how much confidence they have in him, because, you know, the rest of Fnatic just cowering away in this corner of the map while Vugo's just left in charge of all of this stuff here. They've all alone.
I mean,
so
you can count on this man.
Yeah.
Just his presence over here. You can see Navi, they've just left one guy over here, and he's actually kind of like the sacrificial lamb, Edward. Really, you know, Navi are like, well, you know, we got to feed something to Vugo just to buy time, Edward. So please, just be that man, make the sacrifice. Let us get up onto that A site. Much rather deal with Flusha and Dennis, honestly, if you're Navi.
I think Edward putting in a grenade over at long, and now they're going to try and see if they can make it up catwalk quick here. Navi looking to take another round and equalize the score if they can. Guardian going to be taking one down now. Dennis all alone on the bomb site, and backup is far away indeed. Flamey going to pick up that kill, and Vugo just wondering why his teammates are leaving like that. Once that flank is open, I mean, they're just giving him up. They're sacrificing him right now. It's just not good enough.
There's only so much you can do. And well, he's definitely got to be wondering, you know, Flusha, Dennis, come on, Dennis, we just traded Pronax for you. How are you letting us down? Shots, and there, okay, nice JW. Shot. I mean, low impact frags, honestly, right now, unless he could find, I mean, it's just not even going to happen, really. He's hoping to be able to hold on to the AWP. That was going to be the big play, but the fact that he just leaves his back open like that. Vugo wouldn't have made that mistake, obviously. Vugo would have just been able to go straight up mid, right? He'd have known, but
15th round, and I mean, right now I feel like the rest of Fnatic are failing horribly to utilize Vugo to the full extent of his abilities. Okay, the Penta Orb right now on Navi's side, trying to make the cross here. They hit no shots at all. So a lot of money being invested here. JW trying to see if he can pave the way. Finally, they've got a bit of a shield here, so Vugo can really shine. It's going to be Zeus going down, Guardian with the kill. And Vugo cleverly covering the backlines, realizing that that suicide miss from JW. I mean, it's no reason to follow a crazy.
And that's kind of what he expects of JW, right? Go in there, if you're lucky, you know, trade up a couple of kills. And he's looking for the big haul, but it's not going to be the case. NaVi, they realize that he's hanging on to Cat, so they decide to peek a little bit later, just wait for the Beast to move on. And it's a 4-on-4 situation now. NaVi still have the edge here. They have all the nades necessary, whereas Fnatic very light on the nades. Vugo full flash, not able to get the shot off, and seized with the double kill to open up A site.
Where was the backup?
Right.
There's no backup at all.
No hope at all in this situation, man.
2 versus 4, Crims and Dennis left and Guardian jumping down, shooting in mid-air. That's going to be the round here. What a comeback from NaVi. 8-7. They just make a full run at the end there, picking up 7 rounds in a row. That's impressive. And they end up actually leading the half in spite of everything that Vugo did to try and stop that. His teammates just weren't up for it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's just like, this is what we talk about when, you know, you get godlike players on the server, right? Guardian. Even Guardian can't carry NaVi alone. Somebody has to, you know, kind of help out sometimes, right? Shoxy for Titan. I mean, these kinds of names, right? Vugo, right now, it's the same situation for him. Unfortunately, the rest of Fnatic, they're kind of just, you know, leaving him hanging.
Yeah, can't just leave it up to one man like that.
So now the question is, you know, how does it go on the T side? You know, how are they going to approach this, Fnatic? Considering, well, what's interesting, I mean, this is
I mean, I'm wondering if there's a bit of jealousy in play here for the Fnatic members. If it's just a question that they know if they let him shine so much that, you know, what's going to be left for them, right?
That's true.
So actually, they might have like a personal interest in not letting Vugo be, you know, 100% Vugo.
That's actually, you know, a good point, Anders. I mean, roster changes all over the place. It's clearly a Swedish shuffle. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Well, Scandinavian shuffle, given, you know, Dignitas. Dignitas also will be getting to watch that new roster play tonight as well, guys. So that's going to be pretty cool. So we're seeing the new Fnatic roster play, and we're going to get Dignitas, and they're even going to close out the night facing off against each other.
So nobody wants to be at the edge, right? Because you could get knocked off by Vugo at any point, just replaced on that team.
I mean, that's the thing, man. Vugo, he's been around for so long. He can speak Danish as well. So everybody's afraid at this point.
It's no joking matter. Should be going into the second half here in just a couple of minutes. It's going to be NaVi and Fnatic, obviously, second half on Dust2 here for the ESL ESEA Pro League. And we've got 2 more matches after this one coming up. Another Fnatic match against Dignitas, and then Dignitas are also going to be playing Virtus Pro. So it should be tons of fun. And obviously Dignitas with that new lineup featuring Config and Rubino. That's going to be fun.
Oh, that's going to be so sick. I really want to see Config, because I honestly, when Dignitas went for the roster change initially, where they removed, well, why am I blanking now?
I don't know.
Why am I blanking? Oh, when they removed Schneider.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they removed Schneider, I thought that Config, honestly, the timing where Config, you know, leaves SK Gaming,
yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, he's going to go over to Dignitas. This guy is like the crazy talent over on SK. He's just doing mass damage. We're going to think like this would be a natural pickup for Dignitas. They're going to see the potential in this guy, bring him on. They brought in Tensky, still a solid choice, but not the choice that I was expecting. So the fact that now he is on the roster, I still think that Dignitas can do some serious damage. Sure, they lost AZ, but I think Config, with a little polish, can definitely, you know, reach those heights as well.
I hope so. I'm very interested to see it working out. I mean, I sort of feel bad because I really think Pimp deserves like a super solid lineup, and I actually had the feeling that maybe this Dignitas team was going to be it. It looked like it for a while at least. On the other hand, I feel like Rubino is also just like a really hard-working player, and I want to see him find a good home, right? So I'm kind of like torn, you know.
Between Pimp and Rubino?
Yeah, like it's a little bit
tough
like that.
one. It's a tough one, yeah, because Rubino's like, he's just one of those guys just insanely hard-working.
Yeah, very skilled players, so yeah, it's a little bit tricky. I used to play with a guy called Rubiano.
Rubiano?
Yeah. Like,
there's a weird symmetry happening here.
Like a very, very, very long time ago. I kind of want to tell the story, but at the same time, it doesn't
really hardworking at all.
Well, it doesn't make any sense because nobody's around who can remember it. But yeah, a long time ago, something called Fight Club Clan. I think he was slightly a part of.
Wait, what did you just say?
Fight Club Clan.
Okay, never mind.
What?
Okay, I am still in my teens. So, yeah, we're just killing time here, guys. I'm only guessing right now that Fnatic, they're so afraid that Vugo's going to shame them all that they're just waiting, crossing their fingers, hoping that Olofmeister will come back.
You know, I found someone who could remember that name, Rubiano, and it was Sonic from the coach at Dignitas.
Well, yeah, didn't you guys have like a real stroll down memory lane?
Yeah, he's old enough to remember like really, really ancient players from the Danish scene like that. Good old times.
That's good memory as well, man. Well, I mean, it might. I'm not sure how long. I mean, it has to be in the rules. I mean, this hasn't really been an issue so much. Obviously, having long breaks between halves, but there must be like a time limit on that as well. So at some point, we're actually just gonna have to force it and get it going.
You have to imagine what's happening right now is that Vugo's just wrecking them on TeamSpeak, saying this is unacceptable. If you want me to be part of this team, or if you want to be part of this team, then you're gonna have to step it up. It can't just be all on me.
It's only so much one man can do.
Yeah. I mean, unless they find a way to clone him, of course.
In which case, well, I mean, you know, it's the second reign of Fnatic.
Yeah, that would be that would definitely be very tough on everybody else.
There were times when, you know, people were talking about cloning GetRight, and you know, yeah, GetRight's good, but why was Vugo not in the game? It's because everybody knew that it would just wreck the game. He would be so powerful, the game would be imbalanced. And it was just been completely unfair, right? It was still fresh in everybody's memories. You know, the 87-0 NIP run. What would have happened if Vugo would have just dominated for the next 2 years, right? It just wouldn't have been fun. It would have killed the CS:GO scene. Nobody would have been watching that because everybody would have known Vugo's just going to win.
I'm gonna follow this guy on Twitter. A guy called Nikolai Masson, who actually remembers not just Rubiano but also his girlfriend Bambi that I remember too. That's tons of fun. Oh wow. Okay.
So now everybody who tweets that you remember Rubiano, Anders is going to follow you.
Yeah, pretty much at this point. Oh man, I've actually been horribly struggling to find people who remember anything about Danish Counter-Strike.
How does it feel to be old, Anders?
Before 2005, it's really, really bad. Because well, it's insane because I think people in the future probably won't have this issue because there will be like actual internet records. But like, you know, if you try and go back and look at like what happened in the Danish scene back then, it's almost all gone. I don't know where it is. Like I've been trying to find like old frag movies that were like just
some
Danish
like frag level stuff where it's like people just lost the servers.
It is stuff like that, yeah. And plus, I don't think anyone at the time thought maybe Counter-Strike could be a game that could be, you know, there for like several decades. Like some of us have been playing Counter-Strike for like 15 years, right? So at the time, no one obviously thought that, and it just turned out to be the case. But now it's
did Pendragon take the VODs as well?
I don't know. I ended up
the CS VODs on top of
running away with all that stuff. I mean, the clan base is gone. Why can't you go and like search the clan base records? I know there's like the Internet Archive. You can like go back in like the time machine, sorry, but it's not quite the same, right? I really wish someone had like a full clan base archive of every like team and every position like that. That would be fun. The real question is,
do we still have all of the VODs of when our old channel, you know, all the VODs that we had on our old channel, do we still have all those VODs on YouTube? Or have they disappeared as well?
No, I think they're all in there somewhere.
On what? On the Room on Fire Studios?
On the Nip Gaming TV.
They're on the Nip Gaming TV one?
Yeah, I think they are.
So guys, if you guys want to take a stroll down memory lane, you know, if you want some fun times, right?
Please don't.
You're gonna listen to Anders and I commentating like 2 years ago.
I think the ones from podcast are still on YouTube.
Please don't. Yeah. Please mute the VODs when you do.
Truly awful. Yeah.
Please mute the VODs when you do. But they're like all of the old VODs, basically from like when CS:GO was first like starting to pick up speed, ramp up. It's all there. You guys can go and watch like crazy old metas of how the game like used to be played back then, and you could actually get an idea of how it's evolved. So that's all out there on the YouTube. Definitely worth it to just have a watch, right? Because it's pretty hilarious when you see some of the old strats and just some of the old changes to the game and stuff as well, right? Even before there was an A1 in the game.
I remember a lot of people.
There was a time when there were no skins in CS:GO.
There was a time, yeah. Well, I mean, 1.6 had skins. They just weren't, sellable skins. They were just customly installed to wreck the game slowly.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, really, tell me more.
Søren here is also saying, from Boomtown. Yeah, they used Boomtown was like a LAN center that had like multiple LAN centers all around Denmark. So yeah, that's absolutely true. Later on, I think they played at a place called Playtown, with a bunch of other people too. A client called Novice. So yeah, this memory trip doesn't make any sense to anybody but me.
I was about to say, like,
but I'm
not even
enjoying
following
it
you on this one, bro.
Yeah, I'll show you one day.
I'm kind of scared to like refresh my Twitter now. There's 56. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be. Whatever, we're gonna wait.
Is it gonna be all people just trolling? Trolling
I
more than we are?
I clicked it. Oh no, they're doing Chuck Norris jokes with the man. Vugo once threw a nade and got an ace, then it exploded.
Oh my god.
Alright, shout out to Pontus Young.
Alright, well, Favor has also got some other people like SPX, Jerry, who's, like, later on, this guy called Jerry, he was my absolute hero. He played on a team level that was, later on, that was called Level Jerry. He's so good at the game back then. And then Remy, yeah, all good times. All good times. I really wish it was possible.
Yeah, man.
Build a time machine somewhere I would take you back and show you what it was like.
You don't want to take me back and like see something that was actually like cool, Anders?
This would be cool, trust me. This would be so cool.
Okay. Is it shaped as a police call box?
I think what must be a little bit trickier and hard to understand for people now is that at least the way that the Danish community worked back then, this is something that doesn't really happen in Counter-Strike anymore, but people would play on like local, like, well, not local, but like certain server communities, right? And there were like some people who would jump from different servers, right? But if you were like a player playing on like the UB servers, then that's where your home was, and you would know people playing on the UB servers, so you'd mainly stick around there. And then some people play on the Boomtown servers, and they would be on there, right? So you have like different communities. But there was no matchmaking, so people just joined, servers with 24 people on them, or. So yeah, but that's how people played Counter-Strike. All the matchmaking stuff, and then if you were really hardcore, you'd obviously have IRC, and you would go on there and you'd look for like mixed teams and all that stuff, and that would be like the pro way of playing. But all the matchmaking stuff pretty much didn't exist. So some of these people, and I clearly remember it when I made the change from playing on whatever like random server I was playing on to playing on like UB and Boomtown, which were like the high. That's where like the skill people were playing on public, all public stuff, right? That's where they were playing, and we were so sure they were cheating. They were so good.
Well, I'm gonna come back to the matter at hand.
Go on,
guys. NaVi are breathing a sigh of relief. It looks like Vugo's off the server, so they feel like they might actually have a chance of winning this map now. So NaVi, Guardian, they're definitely happy about this. Be sure to go and follow Vugo as well.
Yeah,
what is his? Damn it!
I think it's Vugo CS or something.
Yeah, it's Vugo CS. I have him. God damn it! I thought that I had it up on my screen, and then I lied to myself. I messed it all up. It is
just Vugo.
Just Vugo. VUGGO. Go and follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, you
give
should
him love. Because we love him to bits as well. Immense respect for the guys. If you guys are thinking that we're actually serious with our trolling, sorry, but we're just actually trolling. He is definitely one of the people in CS:GO, pro CS:GO scene right now, deserving of your utmost respect. So yeah, hopefully we get him back on the server. I don't know. I don't see Olafmeister joining just yet, so it might actually happen. We might get round 2. He might just come back. This is all a ploy by Vugo. This is how next level he is in his mind. He's always 1, 2, 10 steps ahead. Right now, he's allowing NaVi to feel confident, to feel like, yes, we've got a chance. Vugo's gone, guys. High fives all around, right? And then he shows up again. That's it, right? Just crushes them. NaVi.
I see Olafmeister in here.
It's all crumbled.
It might have been that NaVi actually just filed a complaint with ESL and ESEA and said, there's no way, like, if you're going to bring in someone, it has to be at least on an even skill level. You can't just bring in, like, world champion or anything like that and just have them play all of a sudden.
This is the thing, right? We're talking about, there was that talk not too long ago about tier 1, dropping down to tier 3 games to, as a stand-in, right? What happens when you have, like, the tier G, right? The god tier, dropping into these tier 1 games? It just completely wrecks it for everybody. We can't enjoy the match anymore. So it's just not fair.
Well, while we're waiting to get on the way here, I do want to say, I forgot, because I was just spoke to Sonic right out. Vendetta is another player who's like old enough to remember all these Danish people. Like Vendetta is like crazy, like lexicon of everything in Counter-Strike, not just the Danish.
Yeah,
scene.
He's got
look at this nonsense, right? I'm getting a tweet from Eric Vickman who's saying he literally works with Jerry's older brother. Someone's gonna have to get me in touch with Jerry. So I would love to just that would be like a fanboy moment. Even like after like something like 12 years, that would actually be like a fan moment for me.
You're gonna giggle and
yeah,
clap your hands together.
Absolutely. Oh, man.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
Team level. So good. Well, finally, you guys don't have to listen to me rant for too well. You do, but about Counter-Strike, and not about Counter-Strike of 15 years ago. It's 8-7 right now. Ridiculous comeback from NaVi, in spite of Vugo being just a rock-solid player. And we'll see if they can continue on now that they've downgraded to Olofmeister. It's going to be Crims opening up here with a shot on Flamey, and that's a good start here for the Swedish side. They do have Dennis in the lineup, too. That's not a mistake. It's not a stand-in. Edward, what the hell? He just jumped and got that kill. Dennis taking down Seized, and they're charging out here. Edward landing one more headshot, and can he keep going? Right now it's 2 versus 3, and jumping a little bit again. What are you doing, Edward? Guardian now alone in a 1 versus 2, but with the bomb down, this is an exceedingly difficult position.
There is the crossfire potential here. He has to get 1 kill, and he's going to find Flusha. Going for the second one as well. He's got the kid. If he can get the headshot, Guardian might have had a chance, but he will fall to JW in the end, doing his best Vugo impression, clutching it for the team. Well done, JW, and that's it. NaVi, they couldn't quite do it. Even catching Fnatic out on the wrong side, out on slope, where it could have been really tricky for Fnatic to get back in, especially considering they're all fairly low on HP. Dennis, the fact that he went through window again and tried to buy more time, just try and whittle down that time on the bomb by staying alive as best he could at the back of the site, that was sick play from Dennis. That actually probably made the difference right there, because if NaVi can get up on that bomb and really force Fnatic to run at them through those choke points, it can all flip around for Fnatic very quickly. So way too close for comfort there for Fnatic in that round. A little bit of a lucky break, and you know, NaVi, they haven't really recovered from what happened to them after facing Vugo in the first half, clearly.
It's going to take a while, I think. They're only playing 1 game today, NaVi, in this league, so I mean that might be good. Just take some time off, you know. Try and maybe get some therapy in the meantime. See if they can somehow mentally get back on track. Right now, down in the pit, since they're now playing on the CT side. It's going to be Zeus, and Seized is up here. Where's that scout? It's actually on Guardian, so Zeus trying the best. A body shot right now is worth a lot because Guardian can finish them off, or they line up for him. Guardian getting a shot in there and jumping up, and this is very dangerous. He's going to take down Crims, and right now it's still 2 versus 2.
2 versus 2, but Fnatic still have the bomb control. They still have the rifles. It's only going to be Guardian, and there we go. Edward actually is the one to get picked off in mid. And Guardian with that scout desperately looking for a kill here. He's trying to bring it back. If he can turn this into a 1v1, he may still stand a chance. But now it's not going to really pan out for him. He doesn't have Kevlar, so if he gets into a fight, it's going to be really tricky for him. And with 20 seconds left, Fnatic will succeed in planting the bomb on the B site. Guardian really trying to change everything up. He's hoping to be able to actually just cut out the middleman here and make his way towards the site. But then Flusha, too experienced for these shenanigans. He's just going to consolidate the defense with his mate. There's really no chance here for Guardian, so it's going to come down to whether Guardian can hold on to the AK or not, and it's looking like he will.
Yeah, I mean, what could you really do at that point as well? If you're up in T-spawn here, it's even just running with the knife out, which you obviously can't do. You got to check a lot of things, right? It does take quite a long time. You don't have a kit, so you can add another 10 seconds to this counter here. It's starting to get a little bit tricky, right? So if you get into any kind of prolonged battle, anything that lasts for basically more than 7 seconds, I think it is, like at that point 7 or 8 seconds, then that's it. You're out of time. So all Fnatic have to do is wait around, hide for 8 seconds, and they win the round more or less.
Ooh, Guardian, don't! Why do you peek?
And let's look Guardian in the eye and see if we can get a straight answer here.
Empty.
He does look a little bit derpy at this point, actually.
Why? He goes through all that trouble to save the AK, and then there wouldn't have been time. He would have lived. Like, he would have had that AK.
Yeah. I mean, probably not a good answer for it. He probably just had an intuition that maybe they could have been working out there. Flamey ends up dropping, and at least Guardian gets a refrag there with the pistol, trying to do more, but not going to be successful. Good stack here on the bomb side, and a Storm presence down at long. It wasn't enough with the pistols, though. Seized, trying to see if he can get a couple of headshots in. Zeus going to be the last man left. Not too easy. Yeah,
Dennis will find that headshot. So it's going to be Zeus. He's actually pulled the silencer off of his USP. That's actually a sound you don't hear too often in well, we didn't get to hear it too much there. Flusha just not even giving him a chance, really. But I was kind of hoping. You don't often actually have the pros pulling the silencers off of their guns. So now we get to see. NaVi, they're going for the buy. Guardian can just squinch out an AWP. He's got Kevlar as well, but they're so light on the nades right now, NaVi. Even skimping on the helmet, which costs an additional $350, you know, just to get an extra nade, an extra smoke nade, an extra HE, they aren't able to get a kit. So, oof. and that's painful. Flamey gets tagged down to 20 HP, and Fnatic, they're in position to pounce.
It's going to be a little bit annoying, right? Especially if he ends up dying here. I mean, if one of those grenade lands, then things are going to get a little bit tricky in the B-bomb site. And NaVi right now have very little information. All of these smokes and all of these shots raining out, I mean, NaVi are very far back on the map. They don't know where the push is coming from, and they don't even have any real way of figuring it out. So Fnatic got a lot of map control right now, even just being in the middle.
And they're just going to apply the pressure straight up on Cat. There's a man holding down in CT, though. So it's going to be Zeus up close with that rifle. He can maybe get a headshot if they decide to push into this Fnatic, but Fnatic are still kind of dancing around. They have a minute, so they don't really have to take any unnecessary risks trying to rush in and force the matter. They're just hoping to make Navi sweat at this point. Edward with basically, you know, a god tier spot because Vugo used it earlier. He's going to be trying to pull a fast one, but he decides to change it up and get close to the house. And so we'll see if he actually stays alive here because this could get nasty.
Oh, you're going to get the first kill in. Actually does get a second one. Guardian lining up, and he's going to get that shot. They almost could have been both killed by that one blow there. Olofmeister taking out Susan, trying to see if he can get up here. Guardian ready for it. Going to get that kill, looking for the triple, and must have shot right over his shoulder. It's all on JW now. 1 versus 3 with about 18 seconds, and we just timed the run it takes here, and it was 17 seconds from T-spawn, so there's not a lot that he can do. He can't actually win this round any longer. Tries to walk it out, but Guardian there to shut it down. 25 kills on him as well. And then it's going to be NaVi making it to 10-9. 1 round away from equalizing.
I mean, that's what happens when Vu goes off the server. Guardian can finally be allowed to carry and do his job on NaVi. He doesn't have to worry about dying every round. Now he can just kind of go ahead and beat up on the Swedes. 25-4-13, very, very respectable scoreline here. There's still plenty of work, of time left for him to drop that 30 bomb. He could even go for a 40 bomb, man. It's entirely possible when it comes to this godlike player. Instead, it's going to be a straight no. Never mind. I thought it would be the straight rush there from Fnatic. They were trying to pull a bit of a fast one there. They were right on the edge, but they decided to pull back. So now it's going to turn into a bit more of a slow-paced game here. Once again, Fnatic hoping for NaVi to misstep.
Seized that AWP in hand, scoping down in the middle. It's a nice setup for it. Flamey really scared for him taking this kind of fight. C's now going to come up from behind the box there. They almost lined up for him and almost did it again. Flusher, they're going to be hitting the kill and return. Now Flamey hiding by the car, and that's going to drop the bomb now. Full rotation should be coming in. I'm not sure why nobody from NaVi is actually rotating over here, because they see that bomb drop and they still wait a very long time. Now it's 3-on-3 and they're trying to get into the site here. Finally NaVi have tried to show up, but Flamey walks in alone. This is a very weird round coming out of the CT side.
Oof. Guardian, had he been able to pick up that kill on Olofmeister, that would have been huge. And now life gets a little bit tricky, especially when he goes aggressive JW, and he gets out alive as well. 12 HP left on the man, but a 1v3 situation here for Edward. Going into a retake on B, the triangle has been set up, and it's not going to get any easier when he gets tagged immediately. Yep, decides to back off now, hold on to that AWP. That's the only call that he can really make realistically here in this situation. So, and trying to pull a fast one on them. Smart play, Edward. Gets a free kill onto Olaf. Ooh. So now Fnatic, they're forced to spend max money next round. They can't just drop and get out of it, Scott, but he's not going to be able to hold on to that AWP for Guardian, so that's the cost of it.
I mean, as soon as the bomb, it gets dropped pretty far into the bomb site. I could understand they wouldn't want to rotate if the bomb was right here where someone could just pick it up and run away, but they almost have to commit to running and get the bomb here. And the two other NaVi members, they were all the way across the map, and they stayed there for a good 3-4 seconds, or maybe 4. They even started to pretend to move. That was, I think that delay in the rotation was just a little bit too much. And then by the time they sort of got there, you could tell that Flamey was thinking, I have to do something now, because otherwise they're just going to run in and put the bomb down. And then he got killed. So a little bit confusion, I think.
Yeah, it's some miscommunication. Sometimes that does happen. NaVi, they're human, after all. Hard Vugo.
Well, not Guardian, but the rest are.
Good point. Shot. Dennis. There we go. Taking out Flamey. And this is a stack on the A side here for NaVi. JW would have spotted at least a couple of bodies make their way past here, so there's a lot of information gained for Fnatic. They're going to be able to try and take advantage of this. Seized with the instant headshot onto Dennis. And JW is going to be hard-pressed to make it out of here alive. Just a hail of bullets there waiting for him. He still gets a double kill out of it. And Olofmeister's here to get the job done at the end, despite the fact that Guardian still finds a way to get a headshot with that P250. Gee, Guardian, man, he is way too on point.
Yeah, you can't really take anything away from it at this point. Just been a really good match for him here. Zeus really hasn't been having a fun time, though. 5, 7, and 18. So currently, 3-round lead here for the Swedish side. Let's see if they can continue on the same path. NaVi, they've got a bye going into this round. It's not a very impressive one, but something is working.
Yeah, they get control of long early on here. NaVi are going to be just waiting for that pop flash, though. It's not going to happen. Still fair trade, 1 for 1. And a second one coming in from Edward. HE is going to chase him down, and JW gets him with a bullet first. So they bring it back to a 3-on-3, which is a favorable situation now for Fnatic. They have the nades, they have the rifles, they have everything they need here to just overpower the defense, especially when you've got 2 guys pushing up on long like this. Does JW realize it, though? No, he's going to get caught with the nade in his hand, seized with the push at just the right time.
But now as they try to come back in here, Flush is actually inside the bomb site. It's not going to matter. He's looking the wrong way, looking into that corner there, and now it's all on all off here. 1 versus 3. He's got the bomb on him, and that AWP shoulder shot not going to be connecting, and well, it's very, very hard for him to fight his way out here, especially if NaVi don't give him any opportunities. He's going to charge up in, missing the shot again, and Seized will drop him, so 10-12, and the money for Fnatic just isn't there.
No, and it's even better for NaVi. They saved the AWP. They even... What? Okay, that's interesting. Seized, probably he elects to hold on to the AWP, and Guardian instead is just going to go for the straight buy. I wonder, that's not possible to have miscommunication there, is it? No. I guess they just want to make that a core strat here. They want to go for it. I mean, Seized playing over on the B site could make sense. Leave Guardian over on A, Seized on B, see if you can't get a pick on Fnatic when they try and rush in.
Fnatic still being very, very fast, running straight into the middle. Zeus is going to be here, but he can't get more than a single kill. Now Flamey coming out of the B bomb site, trying to see if he can pick up with the AK. Going to spray down one, and the second one to follow. Seized is very much alone here. If he can get just a single kill, but actually not going to matter now that JW is alone. Olofmeister, I think, actually got caught before he could even get close. So reasonable defense from NaVi so far.
Yeah, really awkward for JW, actually. Because that bomb is dropped up at window. That smoke is going to clear. He didn't have time to make the run up. So it is going to come down to him hitting a godlike headshot here on Seized. And, well, Seized will strike first. Very well done there from NaVi, keeping 3 players alive. They keep the core guns as well. So both AWPs survived the round. That's all that NaVi really care about. Rifles they can afford. AWPs, it would have been a little close. Flamey would have had to force one out. So NaVi is still capable of running this back at this point. Our Fnatic now, I mean, they have the full roster. I'm imagining that it's going to be Flusha calling the shots right now. Can they actually, you know, get the confidence going here to be able to just run over NaVi, especially now that they've lost a man early on with that double stack in mid?
Grenade on in. JW going to hit that shot there. Very nice opening, but Edward there to swiftly refrag, and still going to be a 2-for-1 trade favoring NaVi right now here on the CT side. Fnatic need a way to get back in. They need a swift frag on somebody. And they've still got so much time that they may be able to take a secondary fight here on somebody. Dennis charging in and picking up Edward, and that's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, sick frag from Dennis, actually. Not even taking a point of damage. But Guardian is still alive on the A side. He's going to have control of long. Instant shot onto Dennis. Gets... Oh, misses the second shot. But he goes back for more. Takes out Crims, and now it's going to be down to Olofmeister, who has an AWP. But Guardian's too quick for him. Can't get that shot off. And once again, Olof alone with the op. 1v3. At least he has 45 seconds to play with, so he can try and change it up. But again, Seized, he's got that line at a T-spawn, so if Olofmeister, well, takes that fight, he's going to pay for it.
Well, it just means that Olaf has been found out, essentially. They know exactly where he is at all times here, so...
Pretty sure he spotted Flamey up as well there.
And Seized ends up dropping him, so that equalizes the score at 12-12. As we do see a marked incline in, or decline, sorry, in Fnatic's playstyle since Vugo left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's slipping away. You lose your MVP, bad things happen. Means that Guardian can reign supreme. 30 kills for Guardian. There's still plenty of rounds left here for him to go for the 40 bomb. That would be ridiculous, even by Guardian standards. That would be incredibly sick. So now we got to see, because Fnatic, they're back on pistols here as well. So NaVi, they're just going to keep running away with this half. They're just keeping all these players alive. They keep surviving with 3. So the economy is just going to keep steadily growing for NaVi. If they do a solid job here and just shut down Fnatic, keep at least 4 players alive, I mean, NaVi are in a fantastic position now to close out this map.
That is definitely a real possibility right here. That double up setup is so hard to break, especially when you have no equipment to really break it with, no smokes or anything. A single flashbang here to try and get out. They will make the jump down, and actually Guardian missing the shot. Zeus and Guardian, Edward going down. How is this round spiraling out of control for NaVi? What a disaster. Flamey coming in and finally getting up a kill, and they're so far away though. The bomb back in T spawn for some reason.
Oh my god.
I don't think even Fnatic were expecting this to be that successful. They were just like, we don't need the bomb because we're going to die anyway. Oh, we're not.
Yeah, surprise! And now, well, I mean, Flamey right now has just got to be going like, when? What? What's happening here? Where's the bomb plant? He takes a bullet to the face. That's not going to help, and Crims gets that single kill for himself.
It's a very, very odd round. I mean, you just see, like, the lack of communication Vugo isn't here. It's just like, they just, I mean, when they win, it's just like a, roll the dice and there we go.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, man. Sometimes, that's why gambling, it works. Right? You get lucky sometimes, Anders.
Yeah, it's true.
And well, there you have it. And NaVi, whoa. They're going for the same thing. What is this? Double op, scout, rifle, no nades? Well then, I guess it is going to come down to the man himself. Guardian to take out Flusha, but then Dennis returns, removes Zeus, and they've got control of Long now, except that Olafmeister snuck his way out onto B site.
Well, Edward here going for the jumping scout shot, and Olafmeister's going to be gone. Can he do it again? He's certainly ready for it. Jumping one more time, but now the smoke is going to be up. He's got a little bit of backup this time, and C is coming in. It's 3 sniper rifles right here for the NaVi team, and one of them goes down, maybe trying to challenge a bit too much here. 2 versus 3. And they're going to put the artillery into place. That is Guardian. Tries to make a jump up into the A-bomb site, missing the first flick, getting closer, and takes down Dennis now 2 versus 2. He's going for it again. He shuts down Crims. Now it's JW down there. Guardian missing once. He's behind the barrels, and JW is going to try and see if he can make his way out here. Pop flash not going to matter. He's going to be just spotting the heel. He can see him. He's got the triple. Can he catch him? He's running in for the window here. And Guardian right behind him. Oh my god, he makes it around the corner and punching in those numbers. JW gonna get that bomb plant. Guardian out on the other side. He's gonna shut him down for the quad kill. And there it is. The Slovakian terror shutting down Fnatic. Quad kill in a round that they probably shouldn't have won. And did anyway.
Good Guardian.
34 kills.
All hail the king, baby. All hail the king. What is going on? 34 kills, a quad kill in that round, and a force buy from NaVi. They come right back into it, and it's all Guardian just completely annihilating Fnatic.
That's so ridiculous.
What can you do against this?
He's got 34 and 16.
I mean, honestly, right now, Fnatic have got to be questioning themselves. They're like, clearly, I think it's pretty evident now that we need Vugo back, guys. Olaf, just like kick your router or something again.
Yeah, exactly. Just gotta fix some internet issues.
This is just I don't know. You just kind of wait with bated breath at this point at the beginning of the round. When is Guardian going to strike next? They've put him over at. He's once again holding on that A site though. So Fnatic deciding to go for the B split. Not going to work though. Zeus only getting the 1 kill. He does get the headshot. Crims lives with 1 HP, and it's going to be down to Flamey, who gets a double. Flusha has to run through that Molotov, but he's down to 25 HP. Crims is on the 1, and he needed to get that headshot on Edward, but it's not going to happen. And now this is a very tough situation here for Flusha. He's so low on HP that he needs to make this Molotov count, and he's not even going to try to save it. He's actually going to waste it, I think.
Well,
no, yeah, kind of semi-wasted.
I think it would have been better if he could have just focused on the 1 entrance there, so a little bit strange. Now he's going to go for it with the flashbang. I'm not sure if I'd rather have him do something else. Yeah, he's going to try and go for it straight up. The problem with that kind of flashbang is it obviously it goes up so far that they see it coming and then they know where you are. So just doing it, just peeking without any flashbang might be better. If you really want to go for a flashbang, then maybe try for like an underhand throw, try and see if you can't like just make it pop out and then hope to kill someone. Either way, it was a pretty tough round for Flusha there. That's going to be 14 and 3. NaVi still getting closer.
Yeah, I think the pressure is building as well. I mean, no real way of knowing that there wasn't somebody waiting on the other side of that door. I mean, Crims was holding in mid. So I'm a bit surprised that Flusha felt like he had to run through the Molotov to get in there. I mean, he took so much damage just running through that Molotov. So maybe just a little bit of pressure getting in on Fnatic now. I mean, NaVi are up onto 14 rounds. They're nearly on match point. This is a best of 1, guys. So Fnatic, let's see. They go for the force buy. They get four AKs, 1 Galil. But again, so limited on nades. They really need the headshots here. It's the only thing that's going to save them.
Preemptive nade, striking, JW shutting down Suso right along, but are they going to expect Edward down here? Quite clearly not. JW going to be going down, and now if Guardian can just stay alive and hold on here, he hits that ridiculous shot on Olofmeister, but Dennis actually shooting him blind, and that's a big kill. Follow-up from Dennis with the Galil, wrecking everybody right now. It's all up to Flamey, and he goes down. Dennis with a very fast triple kill, and that might bring Fnatic back here 14-14. At this point, you've got to sort of draw a parallel here between Guardian at 36 kills and, you know, Vugo is no longer on the server. Like, how much does Guardian have to carry to actually win this game?
And it was between the two of them. Dennis, I mean, honestly, sick pre-fire, but is it really going to be luck every time, Fnatic, that wins you the round? Is that how this is going to be?
Just, it's better to be lucky than it is to be good, right?
Well, Flusha takes out Zeus. He's going to get the follow-up as well on Edward. Both of them rocking pistols, so no real chance. Seized in mid with that scout. Guardian with the AWP, and it is going to be down to Seized and Guardian, and of course Guardian, as soon as he spots Olofmeister, the man is dead. But they've set it up now perfectly, Fnatic. They're going to be able to execute this B split, and there really isn't too much that NaVi can do about it. Unfortunately, Guardian is all the way over here on long, way too far away, and Seized.
They shouldn't try and go for this. I mean, this would be some real madness if they did. Saving the rifles even is going to be maybe possible. Fnatic don't have that much money, so maybe you could. Fnatic could probably throw away the Galil.
They know that he has the AWP, though. That's the thing. If it was just a scout, I think Fnatic are like, yeah, whatever. But if they can get the op off of Guardian, that would be really good for Fnatic.
They've got the flashbangs here. I mean, JW, could he help out? Flush is going to be walking in with the Galil in hand and spots the face of Guardian. He knows he hit that headshot as well. They say WP might be the only thing that can actually save NaVi in this upcoming round. They've got no money. Oh, no. Oh, he survives. How does possible? Guardian shutting down JW. That is almost unreal. And now he's going to be hiding in the back of pit. Another grenade. No! Oh my God. What a touchdown. AWP absolutely gone.
Oh, that's so frustrating. He's won. Come on, Guardian.
He's got 39 kills.
One kill. One more kill.
He's almost got... If you combine the second and third place on his team, he's almost got as many as those. It's ridiculous.
I mean, in regulation, right? 30 rounds.
No overtime yet.
40 bombs. Yeah, exactly. 40 bombs are reserved for overtimes, guys. Like double overtimes. Guardian is doing it. I hate this. You can't really get a more obvious carry than this, right? This is like some Dota stuff, right? You know, just like this guy is farmed up. He's wrecking.
Anti-mage level carry.
I know, and his team just can't seem to catch up with him. They can't seem to do it. He's just going, guys, you got to help me out a little bit, please. He's got the scout now, and he's looking for a shot in mid. Zeus will take out JW, so nicely done there. Tag coming in from Guardian. Olofmeister, though, will take out Edward, and they've got control of the A site now, Fnatic.
Flusher, I think he's got a sensor, and actually it's going to be Guardian hitting the 40 bomb here. 40 kills in regulation. We're in the 30th round here. It's now 2 versus 3, and Crim's going to get one shot there. Fnatic a round away from winning against NaVi in a bit of a crazy game, and that's going to be it. Crims and Olofmeister to finish it 16-14 in favor of Fnatic.
What does it take, Anders?
I mean...
What does it take?
You gotta wonder what would have happened if Vugo hadn't stepped in there to help them all along the way. Like, Fnatic probably would have lost that game outright. That would have been tough.
I mean, Guardian has got to be livid, furious, just fuming. Let's find more words to describe pissed, because that's 40 bomb in 30 rounds. Ridiculous. That's obscene.
Completely ridiculous.
Oh, the hard carry. Jeez. All right, well, there we go. I mean, we got a show out of it.
Yeah.
Not only did we get Vugo, we got Guardian. I mean...
We got a lot of fun stuff out of this here. That grenade at the end was fantastic as well. You know, that actually turned out to be a really interesting match in spite of the stand-in situation there. I love it. Our next game coming up is going to be Dignitas and Virtus Pro, and that's the new Dignitas lineup with Config and Rubino on there. And obviously Virtus Pro being Virtus Pro, you never really know what you can expect, but I think it could be a fun match, like a real sort of brawl.
I'm really excited about this, you know. I love, like, ever since DreamHack London, Config, how he stood up and just really wrecked on LAN. That was his first LAN as well, so our first international team LAN, right? Yeah. And he just like stomped people. I was just like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? So I'm so happy to see him on Dignitas now, along with Rubino, also one of the hardest working guys. Real quick, we guys talk about the score. So score right here.
Score eSports, if you haven't checked it out, definitely go and do that. Download the application on iOS and Android device as well. Check out the articles and also keep up with, you know, leagues and stuff like that. If you're missing, you know, how people are doing, then all the standings and stuff like that, definitely go and check that out. right, a really quick thanks to everyone who's been tweeting at me like all the Danish lineups, because actually like that is like there are a lot more people out there than I thought. I felt like very much low. Now I feel like there's still some left that community. Good job, guys. I really appreciate that.
But
we're gonna go for a quick break here.
Yeah.
Can't be that much time because we're a little bit over time, but like a 5-minute break or something, and then we'll be back with the next game coming up soon.